the 7th of May 1946, and the offensive in France has come to a decisive point. We have managed to encircle a vast amount of German troops together with some other Axis troops in this major cauldron here, and we are going to wipe these divisions out while the rest of the armies are holding the line. We are fighting under fierce bombardment from the Luftwaffe. So the Japanese Air Force has turned out to be not quite up to the task. We have taken pretty horrendous losses in the past days, and are still fighting the Germans for superiority, and we are trying to increase the capacity of the airports, and in order to get more planes up into the air, and that's still ongoing. To get more planes up into the air and to try to wrestle the air back from the Luftwaffe, because fighting under these conditions is pretty difficult. But however, our tanks have managed to link up with the naval invasion that happened around La Rochelle, and we have encircled all these divisions. So that is what we've been looking at today, the destruction of these armies, because these armies are not going to be in a good place once we're finished with them. Okay, so that is encircled. They are trying to break out there, but yeah, we can utilize the tanks now to pretty much cut through them and defeat them around Nantes. And we'll see how much resistance they have left now that they're cut off from all supply. And we can use these divisions to help with this attack here, and that division can help with the attack here. Okay. Are we holding everywhere else? We are holding everywhere else. So they have brought quite a few divisions onto the front line here against the 4th Army. Meanwhile, the mountain troops in the north around Norway are getting ready as well for their invasion. So once that is wiped out here, I think we will have a much better. We're going to be in a much better position. Then we will launch the next attack. Ireland has capitulated, giving us lots of guns, which is fine. We don't need those, but that means these 8 divisions can actually start relieving the 4th. We're going to give them a front line around here. There we go. So these 8 divisions can relieve the 4th Army, and the 4th can then start new naval invasions when this all becomes interesting again. All right, for now we're just wiping out these numbers of divisions here. Casualty-wise, we have taken so far 500,000 casualties in this whole war. The Germans have taken 1.4 million, and the French already 600,000. So we'll see how that develops once these attacks here are complete. Because even with aerial superiority, and even with Guderian leading the cavalry, because he ran out of tanks, they are not going to be able to resist our attacking forces. So these divisions are going down, and they're going down hard. And then we'll check the losses and see how bad that ended up for everybody. So 1.4, 600,000, and I believe Bulgaria is involved with 500,000 or so. So let's see how that'll end up. Let's get all the infantry involved here as well. But yeah, the tanks alone should be sufficient to push them out of these positions, because they literally have no supply anymore. They're running out of weapons, they're running out of food, they're running out of medicine. And I'm not sure if they have a port here. I don't think they have. Yeah, I think we took the port off them, so with that getting encircled here, they are counterattacking quite viciously here, although along the front line. We will see. If we can. We should be able to hold if we're getting pushed back a little around Orléans. That's not a huge. That's not a huge problem. But once we have these divisions here defeated, then but look at this: 33 German infantry divisions in this cauldron, and they're not going to get out of here. So once that's done, then we can stabilize the front lines elsewhere, and then that also should hopefully somewhat reduce the influence of the Luftwaffe, although they still hold the airport in Paris. And I just want to see these divisions going down. There they go. There they start going because they have nowhere left to go. So they're surrendering en masse or dying in the field, whatever their personal preference is here. And these German divisions are even still trying to retreat from the fields into their last remaining stronghold, which is not going to last very much longer. Von Manstein is mounting a desperate defense, commanding all a wild mix of Axis troops. The first German, including a German tank division, the first German divisions are trickling in, but they get defeated one by one, and once that remaining pocket is closed, then we will get back to defending this front line here. Why are we counterattacking again? Stop that. At least don't counterattack with inferior forces. We have a bit of a cauldron here, sort of around Paris. We'll just defend here for now. Okay. So these divisions are defeated. They have been overrun. And if we're looking at the casualties now, the Germans have lost an additional 250,000 troops. The French have an additional 150,000, so for 400,000. And I would say all in all, that was probably 500,000 troops that has been taken out at the fields here. So that means that all these divisions are now returning to frontline duty, and we can now start the next phase of the operation. While we're holding here, and we probably, how does it look in the air now? Okay, the Luftwaffe is actually, no, the Luftwaffe is busy. Can we move the rest of the Japanese Air Force over by now? We have taken another air base, but construction is not quite, is almost finished. Construction is almost finished. We might just upgrade this airbase as well. So let's get, now that we're holding this area, let's get that upgraded to full in the Loire region, and let's get more fighters from the Eastern Front over. I don't know how busy the Luftwaffe is. Have they pulled off? I think they have pulled off everything into northern France. So let's get all the remaining fighter wings except for these ones. These are old. These are tactical bombers. These are scout planes. Scout planes. I think we've already drawn most of the. We've got a couple of fighter wings here, 5 fighter wings. So let's get these over here, and they can do interception over northern France. These are tactical bombers, these are older fighters, and these are scout planes. Tactical bomber wings. Do we have anything in Asia Minor? We've got 3 fighter wings, but these are all older fighters, so we'll probably leave those. This is all just close air supports and tactical bombers. Yeah, I believe we've concentrated all the modern fighter wings that we can. It's probably worth training up a couple more. Let's see if we actually have jet fighters available. If I can find them, that is. We have too much stuff here again. So we keep capturing things, obviously, from... this is close air support. This is all strategic. We don't want strategic bombers. I'm intentionally not destroying the German infrastructure because we need that when we're pushing. So as long as we can push, do we have a deficit of fighters at this point? Fighters we have, and the carrier fighters obviously. Jet fighters we should have a. I just have to find them. we should actually have reserves. Okay, where are they? Tactical bombers, interwar bombers, scout planes, carrier, naval bombers, close air support, jet fighter. There we are. Okay, so let's get 5 of these up, 6, and let's get these already trained up. I'm not sending these into battle untrained, but we should, once like everything's moving into position now, and I think we can probably shorten the lengthen the front line a little bit for the 11th Army. And the Germans will have a great surprise, because so far they've only been fighting second-rate troops in France. How far are these almost done? So far they've only been fighting second-rate troops in France. And this division should be... Yeah, I've got all divisions assigned. Now we're going to launch an offensive in Siberia. Because they have pulled a lot of troops off, so we will now begin. And here we need to follow the supply lines, because there's absolutely nothing else really. They have a railway gun here, but now the Germans are about to face the modern divisions of the Japanese army, and that experience should be a very, very different one. Unfortunately, there's no supply anywhere, so we probably want to let's see if we can cut off these divisions here in the south. This is that's a supply hub, but we're going to be quite far away. Let's see what we can make happen here. Let's see if we can take that railway gun. And the other thing that we're obviously going to do is we're going to get all our fighters, air superiority and close air support, and air recon. So let's get the recon back up. Recon, close air support, air superiority, close air support. These are training, and we've not really got anything. We'll just hold them in the north, but the thrust will come through the south here. So let's see if we can manage to... This is a very weak front line, so let's see if we can manage to get our tanks. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any supply here, but let's see if we can we can create a pincer movement with our tanks. Let's see if we can break through in the north and then loop around. And yeah, we'll send these tanks through here as well and link up. We've got one more tank division here that should be able to push them back towards the river and then link around here. And we've got 4 tank divisions that can do the same thing. And we'll see how that looks like. Okay. So the tanks are on the move, and suddenly, even though we are coming under bombardment, these infantry divisions are finding out that these tanks are a completely different beast. We are attacking across the river here, but the German divisions are so weak. I think we can probably cut them off along the river line. No, go. Okay. We'll sort that out in a second. The tanks are already advancing, so I think we'll be carving that up in no time. Okay, and advancing here, cutting off these divisions. Got these 2 tank divisions that can advance up to the north. See if we can capture that railway gun. That would be nice, and we have one, so we haven't had any. Okay, and then these divisions are already defenseless and encircled, so we can already attack them here. No supply here, so now just we've just got the tank divisions racing across the Russian plains, and then we will move up north and hold that river line. Yep. And I think that was a very brief and very swift victory here. So now we do need to capture the supply points, but I don't think the Germans have anything in the area. So we don't necessarily need to do an awful lot about defending this. Let's just see if we can link up here and then push further north towards the supply line here. Actually two railway guns. Let's get these mechanized divisions in the north pushed towards the supply port. And I think the Germans are on the run here, honestly. Or are they reinforcing? They might be trying to reinforce. So let's make sure that we are capturing the river line. That's kind of where we want to be. And yeah, everybody north, including you. No supply here, but that's what else is new in Russia there. Okay, and yeah, you need to kind of, the infantry needs to catch up, but the tanks are racing ahead, and we can, I believe, we can just break through here. I think they are rapidly trying to reinforce, and it's not going to do them an awful lot of good. We do want to make sure we are taking the northern positions here. Actually, push towards the, what is this here? Supply hub in Orenburg. Across the river or not. We are facing panzer divisions here, but our mechanized infantry has no problems getting through that. Tank divisions are spreading out, so we are going to have to start pulling in some other troops potentially to support that. We are going to start pushing on the south here as well towards Astrakhan, and we'll see if we can make further breakouts along the lines here. We do have some tank divisions in the south here, so we should be able to push through some of these German divisions here without too much trouble, and see if we can break out here and just, yeah, this is no problem at all to break out there. We have taken the supply port, the supply hub, I believe, but we need to connect the railway lines still. And obviously the tank divisions here are not the best to hold this completely out of supply area, especially with the Germans coming in for counterattacks. So let's see if we can get. We have some supply in the region. We just need to wipe this German division out here. Italy has been decrypted. Good. And we can probably push them out a little further here towards the river line as well. Support that attack. Can we get through? German infantry divisions? Probably. Okay. So we are a bit stretched because the tanks are a lot faster. Have they pulled air in? No, they have not. They're still concentrating on concentrating on northern France very heavily. So I believe we have at this point pretty much pulled all of our air force in. Oh, we are at risk of losing Calais. That is not good. We need to. Why are you attacking? Stop attacking. We need to counterattack here though. I am gonna need a tank division, and I'm gonna need it pronto. Which one can I pull off? Might be able to pull one tank division here and counter push. Okay. We need to hold Calais. I didn't see that that they're actually actively pushing us there. I thought that these divisions would have been sufficient to hold that line, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We can shorten the front line here a little bit, like this. Okay. And yeah, any kind of offensive operations under while being under air attack are obviously fraught with problems. But maybe we can. 6 divisions here, too many. Okay, let's go back to Siberia and see if we can. There was a supply hub here somewhere. Yes, we do need the supply hub in Astrakhan, but we also need to make sure that we're taking this. So these 3 tank divisions can try to loop around and see if they can get some encirclements going here, because we have a lot of German divisions coming in and we have no supply here. So we are probably gonna fall back. Yeah, this is not a good position. So let's shorten the front line here and create a fallback line. A fallback line within the reach of our supply positions. So something like that. Okay. So we'll bring these. We'll fall back again. We have no need of holding this. We'll fall back here. Let the Germans get in. But we have taken. We've encircled some troops. We've taken their. We have taken one of the major supply hubs in the area. And there would be the next one. I think we will ignore this area. We will just hold it within range of our own supply, and see where else we get opportunities to cut off some more German divisions. Okay, here. Okay, we have taken Astrakhan. That's nothing. So there's no good reason for us to. Let's get 1 tank division just to make sure that we're encircling this, and then we can shorten the front lines here. So no, it's not what I'm trying to do. Edit the front line. This front line should be only up to here. Yeah, like that, and the other front line can be only up to there. Okay, so we've got a better division of labor here. We just hold them here in the south and see if we can get some minor encirclements going here. That would be lovely. I've got 1 tank division going through. Can leave 1 behind here. This way it is. These 2 can complete the encirclement, and the rest here can attack and wipe out these troops in the mountains. Okay, and that should sort that out. And once we have Astrakhan, there we go. Once we have Astrakhan connected, then we should have some supply here in the area as well. Okay, let's see how it looks like in the east. Yeah, they are panickingly now pulling troops from the western front. So how does the defense of Calais now look like? We have the tanks counter-attacking. We need to take Dunkirk off them. So we're going to get the infantry to support this. We may need a couple more tank divisions, honestly. This one. You please join the assault on Dunkirk. I need to recapture that. Can't be having with that not being held. How's everything else looking? We're holding in the south. The other front lines are stabilizing. Quick look at any kind of major... No, these are all just submarine engagements, so no major engagements. Are we getting through here? We do need some assistance here, I believe. Let's see. Oh, we have pushed them back a little, but now we do need some assistance to actually taking Dunkirk. We can push back from Calais once this defense is done, and then we should be good to go again. Yeah, push back, counterattack into Dunkirk, and see that we take that, and push the Germans back there. Okay. We're not gonna assault Orléans just yet. Where do they have their supply bases here? Yeah, this whole area is full of supply bases. So taking Orléans would actually be quite good. So maybe that's our next focus area. Let's check back in the east and see what we're up to. Okay, we have taken out these German divisions. We're waiting for Astrakhan to be connected, and then we should have supply in the region. We might be able to push them back a little bit in the north, just to make sure that we're holding a little bit more territory here. Although it's not terribly easy to defend, but I wanted to make sure that we do have the supply port under our control. We're falling back here. The Germans don't have supply. So we don't want to fight out of supply. They can take that back if they want it. Not particularly keenly interested. Are they attacking us across the front lines anywhere else? No. So that was a brief little push forward. Where would be the next? Would be the next major goal? The next Kubyshev would be the next supply hub. They do have a supply base here in Ufa, so that might actually be quite interesting to take off them if we can get there. That is, they do have railway guns along the lines. But I'm not sure if we managed to capture one of them when we were taking this over. Okay, we are fighting out of supply here pretty badly, but yeah, this railroad connection is under works, so it's gonna get better here in the area. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait for them to reassign their troops, and we'll see if we can. Yes, we have retaken Dunkirk, and we are defending now. They are assaulting Paris quite vigorously. That's something I would rather not lose. So let's reinforce that a little. Yeah, we're getting assaulted here along the whole front line, interestingly enough. See if we can push them back against the river here. Let's see if we can make that happen. Get another division south, maybe. Against von Manstein. He's got some Spanish divisions there. We might be able to push them here to the river. But yeah, air is the problem. They've got 10,000 fighters in the air now against 4,000 on our side. We are still taking high losses, like double. How's our production holding up? We need more fighters. I'm actually not going to build an awful lot more of these, but these have higher priorities because I've taken these off the front line pretty much. So any new military factories that are being constructed, I think we have now concentrated pretty much all the Japanese Air Force here, but we have taken significant losses in the area. Let's see if we can push them back here a little bit. But yeah, we have trouble holding here. Assault on Paris is happening. So a lot of troops here. So this isn't quite as quiet as I thought it was going to be. And here I am going to let them come a little bit. The problem in this region is supply. We can't easily push. We might be able to send the tanks around north here, although this isn't the greatest territory. We'll let them come back to the defensive line where we have supply, and then we will try to break out with the tanks and link up with the divisions around Astrakhan and see if we can make something happen there. Can we get some gains in Greece? Because I think we are having a lot of troops that are not doing anything useful here. Let's see if we can get... let's get half of these divisions and see if you can... Where's the supply here? There isn't any. This is all this terribly fortified territory. So this isn't going to be any fun to fight in. But let's see if we can. They are on very low supply here in the north. Let's see if we can push towards Larissa and cut them off. Well, it's worth a try. See if it's happening. And get some support in. Okay. And we are still struggling. It looks like we're not going to be able to push them out here against the... they have ceased their attacks in the north, but they're still attacking Paris pretty viciously. I'd love to push them out from here, but that battle... We may be able to pull the fourth off here and do another naval landing in here. I don't know. Are we at war with that? Whatever it is. Yes, we are. So we might be able to pull off. Let's pull. Yeah, this demon is a bit of an issue. That guy keeps shooting our ace pilots down. Let's take 3 divisions, 5 divisions, 7 divisions, and plan a naval invasion from La Rochelle. Oh, there's no port here. That is unfortunate. I thought this was going to be a port, but there is no port. So invading here isn't going to do us any good because we'll be out of supply very quickly. We could invade in Bilbao, but I didn't want to take on Spain just quite yet. All right, scratch that. So let's not do that. Maybe instead we will try to concentrate our naval troops and get across the river and see if we can encircle some troops there. Let's try that. So Fourth Army front line gets a lot shortened, and a new offensive order for the Fourth Army. Attack here. There we go. So let's try a little concentration of force here and see if we can make that happen. Have we? I think we have pushed them towards the river here, so that is good news. But I think we are getting pushed back again as well. Try to attack Orléans with the tanks since we're here, and support that attack with everything we've got. That would be another valuable position to take, because that is a supply hub, despite the fierce intervention of the Luftwaffe. Yeah, we have some fighters here over western France. I think we can. Yeah, these fighter wings can actually. Do they have range? Yes, they do. So we'll get these redirected. That's 3 fighter wings that we can move. Now we will just send them over here. So yeah, we'll get them on interception as well. And now we have 4,700 fighters against 10,000 fighters. But we have probably more modern aircraft. But it's going to be a tough one to see if quality will sustain over quantity. Attack New Orleans. How does it look in the east? Okay, they still haven't pushed back, but we still have no supply around Astrakhan. That is still underway, so we're just going to hold here out of supply as we are. But these troops should, even out of supply, should be able to hold the Germans back without too much trouble. We do have, what's the supply situation in the north here? We are quite far from the supply hub, so once we start, and there's no supply, but once we start moving, this is forested area. I wonder if we could get a couple of fast divisions because they are completely out of supply here. Let's see if we can get through here. Oh no, never mind, they're attacking. Okay, no. Let them they're extremely weak. Yeah, we might be able to pull this off. So if we can get through here and then cut them off in the north, then we can once more shorten the front line significantly. Here we'll just hold and let the Germans take that back. I'm not sure what's about these railway guns. These are mine now, right? I took them. Can I move them? No. You can't move them because I'm holding this area. So these are on my territory. Somebody shoot the people who are operating these things. Okay. And we are still just kind of holding here. But have we? No, we haven't broken out. Have we pushed forward? I'm not sure if we have. Anyway, fighting is going on everywhere. This does not look too great. We do need to hold here, please. This is an important position, and we don't want to lose the railway lines here either. So reinforce that against this tank attack. And what I'm trying to do here is assault here. And support that assault from here. And at the same time, let's see if we can cut them off here and destroy this and take this airfield. This would be a major blow. Unfortunately, everybody else is busy on defense. We might give some counterattacks here. But are we holding in the north? Sorta. Kinda, sorta. Dug in and trying to hold. This attack, I think, isn't gonna happen against these French troops. We're still taking assaults here, but we've now concentrated the 4th pretty heavily. So let's see if they can get across into Bayonne and cut these troops all off. Okay, let's see if that's happening. We have been pushed back across the river line, so we do need to counterattack here. Why on earth would you go there? Assist with the attack here. Okay, counterattack here. That attack is not gonna happen, so I would love to support the attack here, but these troops under Rommel are just against air superiority are just gonna be terrifyingly difficult to take out. So nope, we're going back on the defense, and we'll just gotta push them back across the river line and see if we can, maybe we can counterattack from the north. That might work. Let's see. Unfortunately, my tanks are, it's not tank division. These are good for counterattacks, but not so good for holding territory. Okay, hang on. This tank division, can I get you to attack here? No, this would go there, through there actually, across the bridges. Okay, so that's not happening. So this isn't even going to link it up, honestly. We would have to push them out. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. Yeah, right now we're just holding and hoping that they're getting weakened and trying to recapture that. How is the 4th army going? I think we may be able to make this happen. And I do need the... Okay, they are constantly attacking us there as well, but let's see if we can make something happen here. Let's see if we can just get these distracted in the meantime so they can't get any reinforcements in. And these divisions go through. There we go. And then these 4 divisions, actually these 2 divisions as well. And we'll see if we can cut them off around Bayonne. Okay, 2 division defend against von Manstein. How's it look in the north? We are struggling to retake. We need this province back. We are struggling to retake it. And I probably will need tank support. The problem is the tanks are constantly under attack. And also running into supply problems because Orléans has been cut off because we've lost the railway line, which is unfortunate really. So can we please throw everything into this counterattack and get these French divisions out of here? We need that connection back. No, everyone please. Counterattack here. We're holding in the north. I am going to bring a fresh tank division down south just to assist with this push. Not through there. And try to get these French divisions back across the river where they belong. Okay, nothing but problems. How is it going in the south? 6 divisions are on the move. Let's leave one division behind. And I think this is going to be a successful encirclement along the coastline by these marine divisions. So that should make things a little bit better. Okay, we are going to actually remove the 11th from that front. Okay, depth charge mortar. Yeah, we'll fix that in a second. We'll have to remove the... not you. Where is the... hang on, where's the front line? There. Okay, we'll shorten the front line for the 11th a little. There we go. And because we are about to encircle these troops, and I want to make sure that that we have sufficient troops up in the north. Okay, 1 division leave behind. We just need to take Bayonne, and then we've got all these troops encircled. So let's make that happen. 4 divisions into Bayonne. How's it looking like in the north? Yes, we have pushed the French back across the river, which means Orléans is once again supplied. But taking this airport south of Paris has turned out to be a major headache. Okay. So I want to see that happening and want them cut off from there, and then we can wipe out these divisions here. How does it look in the east? We have supply now, so the Germans seem to be very reluctant to cross the river line because they don't have supply. So they don't want to die in the no man's land more than we do. Have we managed to? Yes, we are pushing them into the north. Let's see if that's going to happen. Return towards France. Okay, we have taken Bayonne. Nice. So now we can get. Now we can start destroying these divisions here. And we are going to use a couple of divisions from the other army to assist. That naval division can also... Marine divisions not doing naval invasions right now, but that's okay. And we do need to now deal with our research things here. Was there anything in the infantry tech? We can get better recon. That might be something we can do. And I did need to change out the destroyer escorts. So the Shimushu 3 is going to change into the Shimushu 4. And that's going to be saved as new. And then we will have depth charge 3. The hedgehogs depth charge throwers. Okay, save. And Shimushu 3 is going to be deprecated, which means we're going to finish up these 2 lines. And we are going to start 2 lines of Shimushu 4 destroyers. Shimushu 4 class, 2 lines. Okay, nice. We probably do have a couple of ships that need training. Yes, we've got a lot of ships. We've got another Shokaku. We can create another carrier group. Okay, let's get some of these Shimushus. We're not refitting those. We're just assigning them at this point. And these can go there. Okay. The rest need to do exercise, but we can, I think, at this point, create another carrier group. What is carrier group 3 doing? It's still sailing around this Cape of Africa, trying to catch the Germans in the South Pacific. I have no idea what Yamamoto is up to, but you know best, my man, you know best. The carrier group 1 is still repairing. Shokaku seems to have taken a bit of a scratch. And carrier group 2 under Osawa is docked in Sussex. I haven't seen Osawa doing an awful lot recently, so maybe we'll bring him to Alexandria for now. And give him control, give him additionally control over the Mediterranean areas. Because there seems to be some enemy naval activity that we're not particularly countering, so I would like to have that, to make that happen if possible. Okay, we are wiping out these encircled divisions here. Basconia has been defeated. Oh, that was the thing here. Okay, so we've taken that out. And we, at this point, are just wiping out the remaining troops here. Yeah, the battle around Paris is a tricky one. But I think we've stabilized. How does it look in the east? They are attacking. But unfortunately, the Germans are not falling for my trap. I was hoping that they would cross the river, and then we could encircle them more easily. Unfortunately, this isn't happening. And our tanks will probably then have to push towards the next supply hub and take the Germans out and out of supply. We do have 5 tank divisions, mobile divisions here. Alternatively, how's our supply? We do have some supply here, so maybe we can use these 5 divisions to try and cut off some more German infantry. Let's see if that's happening, and let's see if we can make some progress there. Have we moved by now in Siberia? No, we have not moved. It takes forever to get anywhere in Siberia. But these tank divisions should have no problems pushing through the German infantry. And we should be able to take this down. Yeah, and the Germans have some fighters up in the air in the Caucasus region. That's not going to help you. These tanks are going to move through that hopefully reasonably quickly, cut off these divisions, and then wipe them out. Quick look back. Yeah, we're fighting at multiple fronts at this point. Okay, so we're still busy. We're still busy wiping out these divisions here. Okay, and they are furiously counterattacking us from the east. But the fight in Europe, yeah, we're gonna weaken the European front by taking out German positions here in Siberia. That's the plan. So right now we're just taking an opportunity, what we're holding right now. And I am going to leave one tank division behind, just making sure that we're not getting cut off. There's another... What happened to these railway guns? They're still sitting here. I should have those. For all intents and purposes, they should be mine. But hey, I'm not complaining. We have a couple of unassigned divisions, by the way. These were... Oh, yeah, the Second Army was supposed to be reinforced. I thought I did that. This is mildly confusing. So these... No, hang on. These two needed... these two are just sitting here, ready to take Macau if we're ever fighting Portugal. And they're also untrained, so that's okay. But we can send everybody else. That is 10 divisions. We only need 7. 1, 2, 3, 7 divisions. Reinforce the Second Army. There we go. The Second Army is again at full divisions. And we've got 2 more. No. 2 more that can reinforce the 14th Army. No, the 14th Army doesn't. No, the 14th Army is defensive. Sorry, they don't go there. No, just don't disband them. Just give them their own army, and then we'll do that, and then they go back to unassigned. Okay, that's all good. Not much of an awful lot going on here. The Italians moving back, forth, left, right, and center, but we're not fighting them in Ethiopia at this point. We are holding this hill now, but I think we did hold this hill previously, so that looks like we did not make the assumed progress that we thought we were going to make. How's our tank offensive going here? Yeah, they are not going to be willing to go down easily. So we're going to have to leave 1 division here to defend until the infantry catches up. There's not an awful lot of infantry assigned to this front line. I would love to... Let's get that infantry assigned to the front line, and these 2 infantry divisions also assigned to the front line. Oh. These 2 on that front line, please. Okay, everybody else is just holding here. Yeah, that's all right. And we might make that a little shorter and see if we can break through here, because then we can already counterattack from the other side. Okay. Alright, so we get 1 tank division left behind, 2 divisions pushing forwards, and I think that should net us a decent amount of German divisions that are getting encircled here. How is it looking like in France? Okay, we have... Okay, everybody please wipe out these divisions here. Alright, and then that should be the end of that. Nothing new around Paris, but it looks like the... have they pushed us back here? No, we're still holding Paris. They are furiously assaulting Paris. And Dunkirk. Okay, so we'll just keep holding there. But we may be able to... we may be able to free up a tank division and break through here. It's not going to do us an awful lot of good, though, because we're not encircling them anyway. Okay, no, we'll just attack them here and see if we can just push them out the old-fashioned way. So infantry and tank divisions, please, on the attack. Okay. And we're still wiping out these divisions. We're struggling to hold here against the onslaught, so let's get that done, just so we can get all the troops back onto the front lines, because that isn't quite happening. So let's probably... Nope. I was asking you to stop that assault, that fruitless assault, please. No one told you to do that. Ah, well. How's this looking? Not promising. Can we support this assault from the north across the river line and open the front wider? Maybe. Support that from here as well. I would love to shorten the front here because that salient is really annoying. And meanwhile, in the east, okay, we have 2 tank divisions. We're going to need to leave one behind, and actually we're going to leave both on the defense here because tank divisions aren't that great in defending, but we should be able to get this sorted with the mechanized infantry. And we can already start mopping this up from the south. Okay, they've reinforced, so we'll get them to assist this attack, but not to actually move in. So with the assistance of the tank divisions, Walter Krüger, we're fighting here. The assistance of the tank divisions, we may, I mean it is a river crossing, it's not ideal, but we may be able to take that position before they can bring reinforcements in. Let's see. They are holding around Ufa, which I think was one of their supply points. But yes, we have taken. Why are you attacking now? Oh well, you do you. So you don't attack. Stop that. Is anyone having a running order here? Oh, you do. No, no, no. Stop. Stop that. Nobody, I'm doing this by hand. Nobody gets any running orders. Okay, so you stay. Okay, he wants to move. Tank division's trying to push out. That's not where we want to go. We want to clean up this salient here. And I think we can, yeah, we can just assault them from this direction. This is not the best territory to make this happen, but they are completely cut off, so we should be able to take them out here. We've captured a French operative. All right, sure, I'll take it. And assault this salient now, and same with this tank division here. Okay. And then we can get one to just capture that. And that sorts out that front line. Okay, so that should happen. Back to France. We are still being... Oh, we are being pushed. Why? Okay, I'm not sure why we are counterattacking here, but if that's what we do, maybe to just widen it, then let's bring everybody along, not just one division. You as well, stop having... Stop running your own orders here. I'm the one giving the orders. Okay. We were not going to... Oh, we might be able to take the airport. They are running low on supply. Yes. Okay, if we can take the airport, that'll put a dent into their operations. Not a big one, but we might be able to take the airport off them. And that would be ideal. So let's get that tank division to support that attack. And see if we can defeat von Manstein here. How is it looking in the air? Actually, we might be able to get air superiority here. So let's get everything excluding... Okay, hang on. Everything on land, not the carrier groups. Everything on land into air superiority. So, and on ground support. Okay. So that is a different... Where have they moved their air force? To the east? Where's the Luftwaffe gone? They seem to have given up on trying to support northern France. Oh no, it's just too many that they are... It's just too many that they are... no, go back to interception. It's too many that they're not fitting into the... they're not fitting into the... Into the display dialog. Okay, so we've taken that back. Why ever we were holding it. All right. Okay. So and we're getting counterattacked. Let's clean up the front lines here, because they are a little bit overlapping. We concentrate the 4th here, and the 5th can take, the 11th can take the rest. Okay. So France is stable, which means we're getting back to our little encirclement in the north here, where we are defeating some more German divisions, I believe, who are stuck on this mountain. They are supported by railway artillery, but we have the advantage over the air. And these divisions should not be existing for an awful lot longer. Have we moved? Yes, yes, we have. Okay. Wipe out these divisions, please, in the north. And this as well can attack in the north here. No one has supply anyway. And the rest of the troops is rushing to reinforce the lines there. But we've encircled another bunch of divisions here in the north, so that should be relatively ideal. Yeah, given that there's no supply in the north, we're not going to do an awful lot, but we do want to make sure we are wiping out these German divisions here. They're putting up one hell of a fight under Walter Krüger in the Ural Mountains here. And these attacks across the river line, obviously not the most effective of all, but and the tanks are not also effective in the mountains, but they will eventually fall. They're still not taking the bait. They're refusing to cross the river, even though we're not defending it. So they're not falling for that old gag. We'll see what we do there. Meanwhile. This attack isn't happening, so we'll just stay there and defend. Here we have taken the airport. Okay, that means we can send these aircraft over to Paris, and that will give them a much closer operational opportunity here. Are we catching up with the losses, the aircraft losses? Because they are quite devastating. Actually, logistics. What does it look like? Fighters don't look too great, and even jet fighters. We are now starting to see the losses bite. We do have some reserves now, though, that should be somewhat trained. Yes, that's probably sufficient. That's another 6 wings of aircraft that we can send to France, to the newly captured Paris airport, and on intercept in northern France. So let's get them across there. Any major naval engagements that I need to look at? There was something, I think, where one of our carrier groups has caught something. So I do want to make sure that... Okay, where is it? There. Yep. So... Daigo, actually, but I believe this is probably one of the carrier groups, has sunk 12 German destroyers. Good. How is it? Was that the big one? There might be another one. Oh yeah, no, that was the one we just looked at. Okay. And that was it, yeah. How does it look like in the home waters? Have we sunk any more submarines? We've sunk 1, but I think the Germans at this point have given up. They're still operating in the western dispatches, but we should have air cover for that region. I believe we do. Yes, we do. So they can deal with any remaining submarines, but yeah, they have not had great success there. Okay, so we'll wipe out the troops here around the Urals. And we might see if we can push any further in France, but right now we're just defending here. And I think with taking of the Paris airport and supply hubs here, this has been an important victory. That is going to at this point we're probably just going to hold here and see and focus on the Eastern Theater. I don't think the Germans are going to fall for that trick. So unfortunately, there is no supply anywhere, and this needs to be upgraded. Let's prioritize the construction of these railways. That's a lot of railways that we need to construct. But let's get that all going. We have the industry, we might as well use it. Yep. Okay. And then the supply issues here should be sorted out as well. Okay, so after that victory, once that's done, we're probably going to send the tanks and take the next section of the front. How does it look like? We've lost 600,000 troops so far. The Germans have lost 2.5 million. The French have lost over 700,000. Same with Italy. And I think there was not... we've already killed almost 800,000 Spanish troops. So yeah, definitely noticing that, are you? Anyone else we need here? Yeah, just assist with this attack. It's a mountainous terrain. We can start the invasion of Norway, and I think that's where we're going to end the episode, actually. But let's see if we can get that. We can get that underway. We don't have naval suppress. What? Oh, because I pulled a Saba off. Has he been useful? I'll take that as a no. Carrier Group 3. Will you stop this? Carrier Group 3 is going to go back to Alexandria. And Carrier Group 2 is going to return to the British Channel and make sure that we are, yeah, you stop looking at the Mediterranean. We need you in the north, and make sure to enable that naval invasion. So I guess this is going to be the next thing, the first thing we're going to be doing next episode. For now, the front lines in the west, in France, have stabilized. The Axis are furiously attacking our positions, but our troops are now dug in. And the war of attrition in the north. Oh, the Germans are moving. Okay, they might be falling for the trap. So that would be lovely. There is some fighting going on in. There is some fighting going on in Siberia, but nobody fights very quickly in Siberia. But we are shortening the front lines a little bit here, and I don't think there is any supply in the north. Yep, that would be a no. So we're going to send our tanks around and try to cut off their supply lines here. And we might, once they move sufficiently forward, we might send some tanks around the north here as well, and cut off everything here and close that gap. Once the railway connections here are sufficiently well established. Okay, yeah, and the air war is harsh. We are fighting against a large amount of the Luftwaffe. So there we are. Okay, yeah. So next episode we are going to the war in the east. The war of attrition in the east is going to continue. And the French front lines will have to hold for now and weather the storm, but we will relieve them once we're getting sufficient traction, and once the losses on the Eastern Front for the Germans become too severe, then the Western Front will be relieved as well. And yeah, we are vastly outnumbered. I think we are outnumbered probably about 2 to 1 on the Western Front. So we'll just hold there for now. And on the Eastern Front, it's difficult to tell, but I think that's where we have some opportunities. All in all, the German Reich still has still has 387 infantry divisions. We can actually more easily see here. So we've got 440 divisions ourselves against 387 German divisions, 75 French divisions. A fair amount of Italians are still there, and smaller countries that are participating on the side of the Axis. And that means eventually we are going to win and take over Europe. But that all comes in a future episode. For now, that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.